Oh my goodness, it's not public. Let me see how do I make it public. Tuesday Tidbits. 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 I'm just trying to make it public. Tuesday Tidbits. Hello everybody. I'm trying to make my video public. I don't know if I can do it while I am actually in the middle of the live. I thought I made the change and I didn't. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see. Does it show us public now? Zarina, does it show that it's public now? Let's see. I'm trying. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Diane. Of course, Snowball had to make her grand entrance. And still. Hey, Ronnie. Okay, it's public. Never. Okay, I see that it's public. How's everybody doing tonight? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tammy Moore, and welcome to Tuesday Tidbits with the Diamond Diva. And on these lives, we talk about everything dealing with faith, fashion, fitness, finances, and food. And tonight, I'm going to be talking, my topic tonight is Who Moved My Cheese? Adapting to change. Before I get started, I just want to dedicate this live tonight to my aunt. I've said this before, but I was blessed to grow up with 7 aunts. And one of them went home to be with the Lord 7 years ago today. And it's my Aunt Carolyn is what we call her, but her name is Carolyn Ann Myles. And she is one of my favorite aunts. She's my dad's sister, my dad's oldest sister. And shout out to my cousin Nene, her daughter, and her grandson Justin. Hopefully you guys are watching, but a lot of things have happened we talk about her all the time. My sister and I, my husband and I, we always laugh because going back home to Vicksburg is not the same without her. And, you know, she passed away, and then my grandmother passed away shortly after that. And she was hilarious, one. And I think about like all the things that I learned from my aunts. I mean, to be blessed with 7 aunts, you learn a lot. And the sum of all of my parts is my grandma, my mom, and my aunts. And I mean, because all of them were and are phenomenal in their own way. But my Aunt Carolyn, she, you know, really was like the head of our family next to my grandma. She took care of my grandma. She took care of my dad and us, and she was hilarious. So last week we had something happen in our family, and I was telling my husband I would love to hear her commentary on it because I know that she would say something funny. And one of her favorite sayings was, "I don't fool with them." If you guys have been around me a long time, you probably hear me, a lot of things that you hear me say are probably some things that I picked up from her. But I mean, she would be serious about that. Like, if she didn't fool with you, she didn't fool with you. So, but she always gave me great advice. Always saw through, you know, my fake smile. If I really wasn't happy, she always knew. And when I first left and was here in Illinois and would come back home, she said something to me that stuck with me, and it motivates me to this day. And Nene, I don't know if you remember this, but she told me I was heavy. And I said, well, what does that mean? She goes, you carry a lot of weight. She said, you're going to do something in this world. You're heavy. I told your dad that Tammy is heavy, and not heavy in a weight sense of your body, but heavy in a weight that I would carry a lot of responsibilities. And that has always stuck with me, that she told me that. It was almost like she prophesied over me. So Aunt Carolyn, just know that you live on in all of us. We love and miss you. From your auntie, and that's a nickname she gave me because I could not say auntie. I used to suck my thumb, and so I always said auntie, and so that was her nickname for me. So, you know, gone but definitely not forgotten, and we laugh about a lot of things that you say all the time because she was wise beyond her years and funny and hilarious. My family is full of comedians, so you know, like I said, going back to Vicksburg is not the same. It's all of my aunts and my grandma and my mom, my grandmas and my mom. So tonight I try to feature a boutique. And so tonight my beautiful, gorgeous jewelry, if you can see my earrings, is from Diane Smith. She has her own boutique and she has a lot of beautiful, unique pieces. And so Diane, if you are watching tonight, if you can please, thank you, Nay, love you too. If you can please tag your, put your information down in the comments so they will know how to reach out to you. But my shirt says, let's see, girl, you got this. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about who moved my cheese. And sorry if I'm getting a little emotional, but I wanted to talk to you tonight because I didn't really know exactly what I would talk about tonight because so much has happened in the last week, good and bad. And not necessarily bad, but good and strange. And so I was just sitting there thinking about all the, you know, everything that's on the news and all that good stuff. And how we are why is it so hard for us to just adapt? So there's this book that I always play for my staff whenever we have to make a change. So like, for example, about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, we switched over to a new originating system. And okay, Diane's number is 847-507-2791. And she has gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry. So check her out. But whenever we switched over to an originating platform, and my branch was the first branch to roll it out. And the reason that my branch was the first branch to roll it out is because I pick up on things pretty quick when it comes to technology. And to me, it was no big deal because the way that I look at stuff is you can either sit back and complain or you can just adjust. Like if someone tells you that something is going to change and you don't have any control over whether it changes, what's the issue? I don't get it. So anyway, we changed over to this platform and it wasn't really bad at all. It had so many different features other than the other one. And all you had to do was really learn and adjust to it. And then once everybody adjusts to it, now it's the best thing since sliced bread. So anyway, I had my team watch Who Moved My Cheese. It was a book that someone gave to me years ago when we switched companies. We used to be another company and the company went bankrupt. And we had to start to become a new company. Well, of course, everybody was complaining about that too. And so basically the Who Moved My Cheese is about two mice, him and Haw. And instead of them, they had to go, it's actually a video on YouTube now. So if you want to go and watch it, you can go and watch it on YouTube. And that's what I did. I used to buy the book for my team, but now that it's on YouTube, we just play it in meetings. But really, they spent so much time complaining and not adapting to change that they missed the mark. And so I think that yes, Darnell, yes, you adapt, adjust, and thrive for it. Yes, change is inevitable. And even in the Bible, you know, you had to change, you had to adjust. That is why the people of wandered around for 40 years, you know, in the wilderness for 40 years, because all they did was complain. They were really only 7 miles away from their blessing, the promised land, but the people of Israel didn't. They complained. And so that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. I jotted down some notes, of course. Hey, Keisha Pooh, glad you made it home safe. I wanted to talk to you about that because this is what is happening right now in America. This is why people are protesting. This is why the virus is not, we haven't flattened the curve. This is why we're still at home. This is why I'm shopping online. No, I'm just kidding. I've only bought a few things. I want to just say this before I forget. New York and Company had an excellent sale, and I had City Cash where you get 50% off, and I had a coupon, and I actually shopped. So I haven't really spent any money besides groceries, and you know, so I don't know when I'm gonna wear it. It may be out of season by the time we get out of the house at the rate we're going. But yeah, so yeah, we're all online shopping. We're all ordering Amazon. And the thing, my disadvantage now is because I'm not leaving the house, my husband is delivering all of my packages. So he's seeing all of my spoils. So I ordered a hat from Amazon today. It was only $14, but I ordered it yesterday. It came today. So anyway, back to that. That was just a sidebar. But this is why we are going through what we are going through right now. We don't want to adapt. Whether you want to or not, whether you have accepted it, whether you're dealing with it in the right way or you're hemming and hawing, this is a new normal. Point blank, period, end of discussion. It's a new normal. There is absolutely nothing that you can do to change that besides adapt. When you leave, when we are finally free to leave and leave our homes, it is not going to be the same. And so during this time, figure out, interviewed the guy, I have a poor connection, I think, interviewed the guy that had the big party in Chicago. I didn't get to watch all of it because I was coming up here to do this live. And in my mind, I thought to myself, how selfish. Like, I have been invited to, there's 7 birthday parties so far, and it's just the end of April that have been canceled due to the shutdown, due to being safe at home. Now, I'm sure, and all of them were milestone birthdays. Miss Maddie was turning 65. There was someone turning 50, someone turning 40, someone else turning 50. They were all milestone birthdays, and I'm sure that they mulled over it and decided that they had to cancel the party. There is nothing more important than you living and surviving. And so that is a perfect example of not adapting and making changes. We are a microwave society. We have become so impatient. We don't want to wait for anything. Granted, hey Dorothy, how are you? Hey classmate. Granted, I turned 50 this year. I'm going to turn 50 in August. I plan on having a big, huge birthday party, but in reality, I realize it's probably not going to happen. And my sister said something to me the other day, and I thought about it. She goes, "Oh, we'll just do it next year." My sister turns 40. She goes, "We'll have a 41st birthday party, and we'll have a 51st birthday party." And I'm like, that would be perfect. My cousin Kim, she turned 40. She's turning 40. She had to cancel her party. She had a Make It Last Forever themed prom party. So you are not alone, and you are not the only one. And this too shall pass if you do what you need to do. And I guess I just don't get it, because I am so used to adapting to things. I mean, there's things in life that didn't go the way that I wanted them to go, and I just had to move different and adapt and change. What else can you do besides sit and sulk about it and watch life pass you by? Everything happens for a reason. It's not for naught. And I do believe, just like my husband said when this stuff first happened, it's a reset button. It's a chance for all of us to take a step back, put aside all the things that have consumed all of our time and energy and regroup, get closer to our families, get closer to our friends, get focused on our goals. I do still think 2020 is the year of perfect vision, but I do believe that it's going to be in the way that God wanted it to be, not necessarily the way we wanted it to be. And so I just wanted to, say that, if you haven't watched Who Moved My Cheese on YouTube or read the book, it's good to read during times like this, because sometimes you don't realize that you are your own stumbling block. You are the person, you are the weapon formed against yourself, causing yourself not to prosper. So, we need to get it together. And hi, Aunt Fanny. That's another one of my aunts on here that has taught me. I have amazing aunts. So, like I said, the sum of all of me is all of them. But we have to adjust. So let me just see what else I have on here. I talked about Diane, Who Moved My Cheese. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to say about my aunt too is, and I have this honest, she used to always be able to look at you like, and you already knew what she was saying. People always tell me, Zarina is one who always tells me to fix my face, and I can't. And I get that from my Aunt Carolyn Ann. And so the other thing that I wanted to say too, just a moment, I want to give my condolences to all of the people that have lost loved ones during this COVID-19. Vicky Walker, one of our church members, one of my customers, she lost her dad, Paulette Barnes, and lost her best friend, Paige Hurt, who was also a member of our church. Venus Duncan lost her mom. Venus, we're praying for you. Devarius Wilson lost his granddad, and I'm sure there's many more. Those were the ones that came to mind. And I want to say to you that we are praying with you and for you. And oh yeah, and Dorothy said her son turned 16. And Carlotta, you said you had to cancel your daughter's Sweet 16. Yeah, and look at all the graduates that are not being able to even graduate or celebrate. And to you guys, I want to say, I know that it's disheartening. I know that it hurts. I know that it's disappointing. But the way that you have to look at it is you are still here. You're still going to go to college. Your family is still going to celebrate you. And I would much rather you be safe than to be trying to celebrate and get sick and not be able to live out the rest of your life. And so there's still a lot to be grateful for. There's still a lot to be thankful for. And, we have a lot of people that are burying their loved ones. Their loved ones are passing away alone, not having anyone around them to comfort them or whatever. So when you look at it from that angle, there's no, don't complain. That's all I want to say. Don't complain, and have compassion. I have compassion for those seniors. I have compassion for the people that could not, celebrate their birthdays. I have compassion for, the people that have lost loved ones. And I think that this is a time of refinement for all of us. I have compassion for the parents that are at home that still have to work. And sorry, my camera's going in and out. I think for some reason, I think it's on cellular. Anyway, having to navigate through teaching your students online. And I even think about the students that have learning disabilities or are dyslexic and, need hands-on help. The teachers are having to, find their way through all of this. So we're all going through something. And, we never thought we would be here, but we are. And we're going to live to tell the story of 2020, the quarantine, the safe at home. We will be a part of history of how we navigated through this. And businesses are not going to move the same. It's so serious out there. I have two of my close members that have the coronavirus. So yes, we're praying for Dorothy. We're praying for your family. And I'm praying for all of the people that had coronavirus and are recovering from it. God is good. Each family has their own set of things that they're going through this. So we all should have some type of compassion because everybody is going through something. And like I said, there will be glory after this. I do believe that. And, we don't know why God is doing what he's doing, but we know that he is sovereign and he knows all. And maybe 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, we'll be able to see why this happened. We have an idea. Like I said, we moved so far away from what should be important, and it's just bringing us back to a reset button. And so I just wanted to say that, to say, for all the people that are going through something, and we all are. The other thing that I wanted to say was that during this time, like they said, during the last crash of the economy, so many new businesses came out of this. Uber and Airbnbs and all those things came out of this. And so this is a time for you to hone in on your craft. And like I posted on my sister's page today, my sister is killing it. So, she's found a new way to service her clients. So, we're all, my customer dropped off documents and put them in my mailbox. I'm having online consultations. We're all finding our way and navigating through this. And if you survive this coronavirus, and if you survive this quarantine, your business is going to be better for it, because you have created a whole nother avenue, a whole nother stream of income, and a whole nother way of reaching your clients. And what's sad is, unfortunately, a lot of business are not going to make it. But if you don't make it, that just means God has something else in store for you. It's not that it's not that, he didn't want you to make it. It just means that he doesn't close a door without opening a window, is what I want to say. I also want to thank Rachel Thompson. Rachel, I don't know if you're watching, but thank you so much. I referred a few people to her for help, and I've heard nothing but great reports. She's doing an amazing job. And, I'm just seeing, how do I want to say it? What do they say? I can't think of the term for it, but when you're going through something, I'll say that. I can't think of the word for it right now. But when you're going through something, it reveals who you really are. And, when you're down, and if that strength is in you, it comes out. So there's some people that have tucked their head in the sand, and there's some people that have rose up to the occasion. And Rachel, I want to thank you for helping the small businesses. I want to thank you for helping people navigate throughout the situation. I appreciate you with my whole heart, and thank you very much. And she's an excellent referral source. And I want to say this too. I figured out how to go live on Zoom, so I will be able to have a guest on here. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to have guests on. And I want to thank Yashin Inchworm Phillips, because when I saw her go live last week with Rachel on, and I saw that it was through Zoom, I'm like, there's got to be a way for me to do this. So in this quarantine, I'm learning a little bit more about technology. So I did learn how to, I'll be able to have a guest, because I guess with Facebook, you can't add somebody on anymore. So I did learn how to do that. I want to thank Cassandra Slade at Wintrust Bank. Cassandra is amazing. I've referred a lot of people to her that have been, wanting to start small business or get small business loans. She's been able to refer them and help them. And I want to thank you. You're so special to me. So thank you, Cassandra. And so this is the time to come together. No competition, but collaboration. And, if I can't help you with something, or if that's not my field, I only do residential loans, but, I will refer out to a person that I know that can help you. So if you are not my assignment and you come to me, I'm going to find somebody that can actually help you achieve what you're trying to achieve, or what God has put in you to birth. And so shout out to all of my realtors that are still out there on the grind. Michelle Vaughn is doing virtual consultations, virtual showings. We are finding ways to make it happen. And I just want to encourage you to do that. For those of you that are unemployed and, were laid off during because of the virus, this is your opportunity to find out what you really want to do, get your resume in order, because businesses are going to be hiring. Some of them are hiring right now. Just find ways to make it happen. Find ways to take yourself to the next level. We have all this time on our hands, and so let's use it wisely. And if you are in survival mode, if you are not dreaming up new visions and just trying to support your family, just trying to survive, just trying to keep food on the table and keep your bills paid, that's okay too. You are still making it happen, because like I said, every family has their own set of problems and solutions and triumphs and testimonies. No one person is right. We're all going through something, and we just have to support each other. And I want to say the other thing too, I have notes, I'm sorry. I want to shout out my cousin. We call her Vaughn, but her name is Cynthia Galero. It's funny how you have nicknames for everybody, and you never really, because you're cousins, you never really say their real name. But my cousin she has her own catering business, and she was at Ivy Tech College. She ran the cafeteria at Ivy Tech College. Well, of course, everything shut down, and she had all this food that she didn't know what to do with. And so instead of her, like she said, she prayed about it. Her first thought was, Lord, what am I going to do? And so her second thought was God gave her the vision to feed the seniors. And so she has fed 7 meals, 7 days a week. She has fed 500 seniors for almost a month. And she ran out of the food that she had at her business a long time ago. Now she's depending on donations from, the community, and they've been coming in. My aunt has been helping her. My aunt Joyce, my oldest aunt, her name is Beverly. We call her Joyce, her middle name, but has been helping her prepare meals. She has volunteers. They're doing it masked up in gloves. But instead of her, waddling, saying, I am, out of business, my staff is unemployed, she gave back to the community. She donated all of her food to the community and began to feed. And she's in Niles, Michigan. She services Niles, Michigan, and the South Bend, Indiana area. And, I'm just so proud. I'm just so proud that we are just doing great things and making it happen. Our family is amazing. And I'm sure you guys have stories about, people in your family. I'm sharing mine because it's on Tuesday Tidbits. But, we're not just sitting idly by waiting for somebody to do something. We're stepping in and doing it, being the change that we want to see. And, I realized that this is just how we were raised. This is what we do. And it's just a blessing. And my cousin, she's an excellent chef. If any of you attended my sister's vow renewal, she was the caterer. She cooked all the food. If you came to Derek's 50th birthday party, she prepared the meat. She's an amazing, sweet, humble person. And kudos to you, Vaughn, for, giving back to the community during this time and feeding the seniors. And sometimes, not sometimes, some people forget about the seniors. They're the most vulnerable, so to have their meals delivered to them so they don't have to go to the grocery store and all those things is just a blessing. It really is. And so I just wanted to say that. So today is just a focus on change and adapting and just being of service, just being of service to our community during this time, lifting each other up in prayer, and, praying for those that are dealing with the loss of loved ones, praying for those that are dealing with the virus. I've mentioned on here every week that we have a prayer line going at 6 a.m. in the morning and 9 a.m. at night. Dolores Sanan, it's been going for over a month now. And anybody in the world can submit a prayer request and they will pray for you. So, hey, Leslie. Leslie's doing an amazing job too. I've worn her t-shirts. A Few Fine Things is the name of her business. And the one thing that Leslie did that I thought, I'm glad you joined, Leslie, brought this to remembrance. Leslie made these cute t-shirts for seniors that said, I think it said 2020 quarantine or something. So, you know, just a cute way of the acknowledging and recognizing the seniors that, you know, had their senior year hijacked or turned upside down. You know, just a way for them to be recognized. So thank you, Leslie, for those t-shirts are amazing. Hey, Helen, how are you? So, you know, we're just, that's why my shirt says, girl, you got this. Because I do believe we have it. You know, I believe you can only go as far as you allow your mind to open and evolve. And, you know, that's why that book, Who Moved My Cheese, is so important, because sometimes you are trapped in your own thoughts. And so you have to just get out of your head and get out of your own way, because this is the reset. Hey, Kiana, how are you? How's Skylar doing? But tell your mom, thank you for working. Shout out to all of the essential workers. Wanda Jones, McLean, I keep saying, it used to be Jones, is one of the essential workers. My husband is an essential worker. My mom is an essential worker. My son, Devin, my brother-in-law, Kim Luster, Pete Luster is an essential worker. Brad Yarbrough, there's so many. Sheena, Lindsay, all of you on the front lines, especially our nurses and our doctors, our healthcare, our emergency, Wilton, Hill, stay at home for them. If nothing else, you flatten the curve. Tammy Brown is an essential worker. You flatten the curve for them. You're making outside safe for those that still have to go out. If you're out and don't need to be out, and you have the virus, you're gonna get our essential workers sick. She's busy, and we both still had to get tested today at work. Okay, I'm praying that oh yeah, Kiana, you're an essential worker too. I'm praying that your test comes back negative. They just came out with new symptoms for the virus. So, you know, everybody that I've talked to, and I know this is just me talking. I don't know about you guys. I know over 40 people that had the virus. This is just me personally. Over 40 people that had the virus. And so for one person to know 40 people, that's a lot. So you just do what you need to do so later you can do what you want to do. And I think that's a quote from Denzel Washington in the movie The Great Debaters or something, when he told his son, do what you need to do so then you can eventually do what you want to do. And so that's all. What time is it? 7:38. I don't really have anything else tonight. The other thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and I don't know that I will do it on Facebook. Now that I know how to do Zoom, I'll probably do it in a Zoom live. But I wanted to see if anybody wanted to join me maybe once or twice a week, and we can do it via Zoom for a jump rope and hula hoop workout. I don't know if I want to do it live or, you know, Zoom it in, but if you do, inbox me. If you have a hula hoop and a jump rope, I want to create a workout for you. And then, you know, we can all dial in and Zoom, and then we can do the workout together. Yeah, there's a lot of, Tammy, I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of close people, especially in our church, that have passed away. So, you know, we're praying for all of the families. And, you know, your loved ones are special to you. And to just not be able to really give them a proper memorial, it's painful, because there's so many, not only did you love them, but there's so many other people that love them, you know, that might have wanted to say a few words. So I just encourage you all, if you know somebody that's going through it, you know, drop them a card, send them a text, give them a call, reach out to them and Messenger on Facebook, post on their wall, just to say, I'm thinking of you, concerned about you. Paige Hurt really just touched my heart, because she had a teenage son. So we're just praying for them. Diane, okay, that weighted hula hoop is disrespectful. Okay, so practice makes perfect. So we know that, you know, everybody's going to be at different levels, but let's have some fun and do it. So Diane and Zarina, I'm already counting y'all in. So if you have a hula hoop, Yolanda Cummings, I don't know if you're on here, but I think you got a hula hoop and a jump rope. We won't put it on Facebook. We won't put y'all business out there. When we get really good at it, you know, maybe we'll show the people what we know. But it'll be fun. We can all Zoom and put our cameras away, and get a good workout in and break out a good sweat. Okay, we can do a private session first, Zarina. That's fine. That's good. And say hi to my little Clark sisters over there too. Okay, Leslie, good. So I got Leslie. I have a few people. Yes, via Zoom we'll do a workout. So get your hula hoop and jump rope. And so if you don't have both, it's okay. So we'll split it up. We'll do like maybe jump rope first and then hula hoop. And then, let's see what happens. I figure it could be fun. We can keep track of and hold each other accountable. Yeah. Or you can grab them from the dollar store. You can order it on Amazon. But, like we used to do when we were in Mississippi, we used to use extension cords and stuff. Remember that day? We used everything. So, but anyway. So next week, I think maybe I'll wear one of my sister's wigs for you guys. My hair was really cute this week. I'm looking in the back. My hair was really cute this week, so I didn't put a wig on. But maybe I'm gonna wear one of her wigs for you. I'll model a whole outfit for you. So okay, so if you guys want to do the hula hoop and jump rope challenge, and as when I worked out this morning, I was laughing because I'm like, look, we're going back to our childhood. Remember, I could walk and hula hoop and jump rope. It was nothing for us. And so, those childhood workouts burn a lot of calories. And so, inbox me and I will, we'll set up a time and we'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, also, Zarina, thank you for what you did today. When you called me today, that was a blessing. So thank you for your hard work and your perseverance and determination. Tammy, okay, think about it. So you guys let me know when you want to start. We can start any day this week. All of those that want to do it, just let me know when you have your hula hoop and your jump rope, and we'll set a date and I'll send you guys a schedule. We'll start out slow and let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? You can get in shape. Hey, Vanessa. Okay, let me see if I have anything else. I think that's all that I have tonight. I just wanted to say, thanks to everybody. I want to thank all the essential workers. And, condolences. It's so much going on. And, I try not to get consumed by the news because I find myself, I don't know if you guys are experiencing this. When I go to bed with the news as the last thing on my mind, I have a problem sleeping. And so what I've been doing, hey, Shanice. Oh, shout out to Shanice. She's doing big things. She got her a new car. Thank you, William, for helping Shanice. So people, listen, there is good things happening during this quarantine. People are stepping outside their comfort zone, getting new blessings. And so this is all good. Hi, Aunt Fanny. So what was I saying? Oh, I forgot. I don't remember what I was saying. I forgot. I totally forgot. Oh, I know it. I find myself, if I go to bed with the news cycle in my head, I'm having problems sleeping. And so my doctor has suggested, because I have tinnitus, that I listen to white noise. And I find that if I start just being grateful and thanking the Lord, I just start saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just thanking him for little things. And I put that music on. It can be rain or it's called a white noise for sleep. It puts you in meditation and helps you go to sleep. So I know that, I have faith the size of a mustard seed. I trust God for everything. I believe, he will do exactly what he said. But that doesn't mean that you're not human. And it doesn't mean that sometimes anxiety doesn't creep up, worry doesn't creep up. But what you have to do immediately when it does, you have to acknowledge it for what it is, squash it, and say a quick prayer so that it can flee from you, because it's just a trick of the enemy. So I'm finding that I do not I try not to watch the news as much. You know, I watch it during the day because most of the time I'm in my office, but I always have YouTube or something going on in the background. And so, you know, you can only have so much negativity. And so I've been trying to find positive stuff. Like I look forward to The Last Dance. I look forward to watching Insecure. Shout out to, I might do a review of that show. I love that show, Insecure. It's so real. I look forward to laughing and finding funny things. I look forward to all the don't rush challenges. Just find the good in everything. Let's see, Diane said, I have a white noise machine that I use. Yes, it really does help. It lulls you to sleep. It does. And I also find that the last thing that I listen to at night before I go to bed, I mean, sometimes is my prayer. The prayer at 9 p.m. kind of puts me in a state of gratitude, in a state of peace. And then after that, if I'm watching anything on TV, it's not news. It's not negativity. It may be Martin. Martin comes on late, or it may be something else until I can put the white noise on and go to sleep. Helen says I watch news maybe once or twice a week. Yeah, I don't. Well, I've told you guys before, Derek is a CNN news correspondent, if you didn't know that. So he watches news. So I try to watch YouTube. I try to listen to Eric Thomas, something motivational, because whatever you practice, you perfect. And so if you practice all and let all that negativity in your brain, in your mind, it will consume you. And every time you try to think something positive, that negativity will creep in. And that is not of God. And so, you know, you have to start trying to replace it with some positive things. You have to start thinking positive. That is why a lot of us are stuck. We're stuck because we're focusing on the have-nots instead of what we have. Like, look, we have food, you have shelter. Yes, maybe you may not have everything that you need, but you have more than most. And so, you know, don't let, it's no different than the virus. Every day they post how many people have been infected and how many people have died. Well, I know 40 people that have had the virus and are alive. They have survived. But, you know, that's not what sensationalism is. It's the negativity. Just like the party. I'm going to say this about the party in Chicago. It was absolutely wrong. Okay? It was absolutely wrong. They should not have had it. It was crazy. You putting all those people at risk. But I fought the people that went. Everybody in that room made a conscious decision to put their life at risk and go to that party. I could send you an invitation to a party tomorrow and say, I'm having a party at my house. None of you are going to come, hopefully, because you have common sense. And so I fought everybody at that party because nobody forced you to go. Nobody made you go. Nobody twisted your arm. Nobody put a gun to your head. You made the conscious decision to go to that party and endanger your life, and not only your life, but everybody else at your house that you would have taken the virus back to. And so that's my thoughts on that. But what I want to say about that party is, I guess TMZ posted it first, but that's not the only place that's going on. People are out on the beach. People are out in California somewhere. People are protesting and, you know, putting themselves at risk for the virus. All of it is nuts. All of it is crazy, because those are the people at the party, at the beach, protesting in their mind that think it won't happen to me. And until it hits home, it shouldn't have to hit home for you to feel compassion, for you to want to care about somebody else, and for you to not want to spread it. I shouldn't have to know 40 people in order for me to care about infecting a person at the grocery store. It's caring about somebody else other than yourself and not being selfish. Okay, I'm off my soapbox with that. But I fought everybody that was there. I know that they're bashing the guy that had the party, but honey, it takes two to tango. And so you can invite me to the moon. You can invite me to Paris. You can invite me to Jamaica. You can invite me to ride in your car. I'm not coming. I'm not coming till the coast is clear. And so I'm just saying that to say that everybody at that party made a conscious decision to put their life at risk. And so we don't know how many people were infected, if anybody. We may never know. We may never know the effect of it, but you know, it will come out eventually. It's no different than when they did the study on the one man that went to the funeral and infected 40 to 60 people. That's how it happens. And so I just want to tell you, you know, you make good choices. You know, adapt to change. Change is inevitable. And everything that happens to us is going to change us for the better. God is not slack in his promises. So we don't, like I said, the secret things belong to him. We don't fully understand why he's doing it, but I keep going back to the people in the wilderness. They wander around the wilderness, the same area, for 40 years because of disobedience. And, you know, we're going to be sitting here at home stuck because we're being disobedient. I mean, God is not going to move us to the next level until he can see that we are ready to go. And so, you know, they missed out on the promised land for just being hard-headed, And so, you know, we just need to take this time. It's a reset button. Take this time to go back to the basics. Go back to loving each other. Go back to being grateful. Go back to being mindful of our money, being mindful of our health. All of those things that we had gotten away from. So before I go, again, the hula hoop and jump rope challenge is on. If you don't have it, get your hula hoop and your jump rope, and we will meet via Zoom, and we'll do a workout. You'll probably need some either 16-ounce cans to do a few weights in between, but that's all you need. So the rest of it will be body weight. And so let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get in shape. Yes, Tammy, use God's wisdom. God gave you a discerning spirit and wisdom, and nobody's going to take care of you like you. And so you make those decisions on whether you want to risk your life or not. Yes, the secret things belong to God. I mean, if he wants you to know something, he will reveal it in time. And so, you know, just like the Bible says, what's done in the dark comes to the light. When it's ready, when he's ready for it to come to the light, it will. You know, we don't understand why things are happening, but they're happening. And yes, please stretch before you start your workouts. Oh, the other thing too that I want to share is maybe I'll do that in a week or two. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure it out. I want to share, I'm going to go back in the kitchen, but I want to share with you guys what I call my healing salad. It has every vitamin and mineral that you need, and I just want to share with you how I make it. It is absolutely delicious. Well, it's delicious to me. But I'll share that with you, and then I'll probably cook something else. I haven't been in the kitchen since I made my macaroni and cheese, and that was around Thanksgiving. And so I've been doing these lives for, 6 months now. So I'm very proud of myself that I'm still doing them. So hopefully you guys are enjoying them. Okay, so let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's almost time to go. But get your hula hoops and your jump ropes and inbox me or text me that you want to be in the group, and I will send you the link to Zoom, and then we will start working out together, and we'll see what happens. And like Leslie says, stretch before you start. And so again, I'm doing this live in honor of my Aunt Carolyn Ann, and we love and miss you. And like I said, I am the sum of all of my parts of my grandmothers, my mom, and my aunts. Everything I learned everything from them. So I'm just giving honor where honor is due. So yeah, I'm hopefully I'm going to keep going with the live. So eventually I'll get to doing something with my hair, but I wanted my son to, I was planning on doing my son's hair tonight because he has a gorgeous head of hair. Of course a boy does. And I was going to show you guys his twist out. I twist his hair every week, but he got called into work. And so I asked him if I could do it live, and he goes, "Ma, only for a few minutes," because he's camera shy. Go figure. I used to be shy at one point in time. So that's all I have tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me. And I just want to encourage you to be grateful, adjust to the change. Change is inevitable. And, you know, if you get a chance to watch Who Moved My Cheese, it's really cute. It's definitely really cute as a little movie. And, you know, thank you all to the essential workers, and thank you to everybody that has went above and beyond, you know, to help those that are in need during this time. And, you know, shout out to all of them. Oh yeah, Tammy, I know. We'll get him on here so you can see him. That's my baby. I told my husband, I'm like, he's such a gentle soul. But yeah, he got called into work. And, you know, when this first happened, I'll be honest, I didn't want him to go to work. You know, I'm like, you don't have to go, just quit. You know, he goes, Mom, I want to go. He goes, they need my help. And I think I've said this before, it just touched my heart, because you know, he's 19 years old, and for him to want to be able to help, you know, he knows that people need groceries and stuff, and, you know, just to be able to, I mean, that's good. And he takes care of himself. He protects himself. So, okay, I think that's it. Sorry, I had some interruptions there earlier. I think my phone is not on Wi-Fi, so I got to go back and check it. I had a lot of issues. I didn't have it public so that it could share and all those good things. Yes, yes, Tammy, you're the only one that can make him smile big. Thank you, too. I had to tell him you asked about him. Oh, and also, too, Tammy, my condolences to Namari's grandmother and Nikki's mother-in-law, that you guys suffered a loss, too. So we're just praying for every family. I know that I didn't name everybody, but if you are sick, or you're recovering, or you have lost a loved one, we're keeping you in our prayers. And if you want us to pray for you specifically, you can send me an inbox or a text, and I'll add you to the prayer list on our prayer line. We pray every night. Thank you, Helen. Okay, that's all I have tonight. Thank you all for watching Tuesday Tidbits. And also, too, remember my day job is I have a mortgage company. I'm a mortgage consultant. I'm licensed in 12 states. Now is still a great time to buy or refinance. You can consolidate your debts. Rates are still low, and I still have realtors out showing houses. So if you are interested in a loan, call me. My number is 847-208-8926. All of my information is in the description, and the link to the website to apply online. I've been receiving a lot of online applications. I am grateful for those. I'm still very busy, thank God. And so just happy to serve, just happy to be able to serve. So that's all I have tonight. Peace out, you guys, and adapt to the change. And stay at home. Don't have me call Mayor Lightfoot to come get y'all. Stay at home. You are not on lockdown. You are safe at home, okay? And for all those crazy people that are out, you know, having parties and protesting, just pray for them, because they know not what they do. And God hopefully takes care of fools, but I don't know that they're not going to get sick. But just pray for them, you know, that they make wise decisions, because their decisions affect them and everybody that has to come in contact with them. So that's all I have tonight. Have a good one. Be blessed. Bye-bye.